Hi everybody and welcome to our training today. I'll give it just a couple of minutes so we can get everyone involved. But today I'm going to review our biggest rollout that we've had so far, custom messaging. So a couple of weeks ago, I'll give you a little background, we did roll out the custom tagging. So that's been in your Social Power Pro account for a couple of weeks now, and there is a help video included. So the point of the custom tag is to then create those custom messaging. And custom messaging is what everyone has always been asking us for is, why can't I message anybody in my network? Previously, Social Power Pro only had the ability to send messages to new connections, and that's via the general or the targeted search. We always had the option second and third levels to choose, or you could do existing, which are those connections you had prior to using Social Power Pro. Now there are absolutely no limits and you can message any connection that you want. You can still have the ability to search for new people and grow your network, as we know that it's very important. You can also message those existing people. So none of that has gone away. We've just added to it. And now we have is the custom messaging. And so it's different than a targeted search, but you still get to be able to filter and choose the people that you want to send those custom messages to. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and I'll pause halfway through for question and answer, but I'm going to get for the first part of the training, and I'll do some questions and then move through. Okay, awesome. So here we are in the custom tags. Up here at the top, you've seen this custom tag. As I said, that was released a couple of weeks ago. And so you have the create, edit, and delete custom tags. If any of you have watched my recent video, you've seen me create these 3 custom tags over here. So the point of a custom tag is to be able to organize your data in your connections for those custom messaging. So say here I have the CPAs that have replied. So that could be someone you want to go to and reach out again. So the point is to reach out to them again. Not necessarily sell your services and things like that, but reach out, make that point of contact. Many of you have thousands of connections, so we want to be able to reach back out to those people. And this is when tagging comes into play. Make sure that you've tagged people not interested, stop communication, because we don't want to send them another message, because they've also already made it very clear that they don't want anything else from you. Happy to have you as a connection, but that's kind of where it ends. So my other examples are high quality connections. If any of you have looked at the new beta connections tab, you'll see that there's a star rating. So now you're able to rate from 1 to 5 how great that connection is. Others is brokers no reply, or I have an article share. So I'll quickly run through how to make a custom tag. Say this time I want to look for writers. So that's going to be my tag name. You do not have to have a tag description, but it's helpful. And again, this is for your purposes. Everything here is made for you and to customize to your scene. So these are just writers I am connected to. So simple enough. I'm just going to click Save New Tag. As always, there's a little update saying that it's been successful. And now I have my new custom tag name. Now the next step is to go into your connections and actually apply the custom tag. The custom tag must be applied to your connections in order for them to then receive the custom message. Think of it as 3 steps. Create the custom tag, tag your connections, and then create those custom messages along with the tag. So up here for the beta connections, you'll see the star rating that I was speaking of. And now I'm going to want to tag those writers. So I'm simply going to search by industry. We'll keep this one pretty simple. Writing and editing. So here's the list. I have 22 people that I can tag for my writing custom tag. You can use any of the other filters here for those custom tags. Date range, connection type, message sent, standard tags, and things like that. There's a lot of filtering that you can do. Think of this as the portion for your targeted search. When you apply those targeted search filters, that's how you get those new people. Well, since this is off of LinkedIn for the filtering, We're using the data that we have collected here in Social Power Pro. When you're ready to apply the custom tag, you'll simply click on the plus arrow. That will open everything up for that connection. Now I'm going to want to do, she already has a tag for the article share. We'll take that one away, and I'll do the writer's custom tag. And as you can see, it's added in my communication history. So you're going to want to do one for each person in that custom tag. There will be a time when we are able to bulk tag, meaning we filtered everyone here in the connections tab, and then you can apply all for that custom tag. Now it's just a little bit more tedious, but we want to make sure you're tagging the right people. Custom tags, writers, very good. I do recommend closing once you've done something. As you can see, your screen kind of gets out of control here. And so here we have Peter, and we'll tag him with the writers, close them up, and move to Taylor. So imagine that I've gone through and tagged all of my writers. Now I'm ready to create the custom message. So I know that that was pretty quick, pretty fast. We're not even 5 minutes in. So I will pause here and see if there's any questions you guys have right now. You can use the Q&A or the chat, and I will check that and see if there is anything that we need to do. Right. Don't see any Q&A at this time, and I don't have anything in the chat either. So I'm going to keep moving along here. Maybe I have a chat now. Okay, yeah, so Michelle, no worries. So the way that you're searching is through the filters here on the Beta Connections tab. So my custom tag I made was for writers. So the only search I used right here was for my industry. So I could also select multiple industries. I can search by connection type, whether they came from the target, general, or data list, messages sent, star ratings. So any of these filters up here is how that you can basically search for those people that you want to tag. Yes, Tom, these are going to be all first level connections. So these are people that are already in your network that you've connected to. We don't have age. Age is not listed on LinkedIn, so that's something we can't search by. But so Tom, this is different than the targeted search, wherever you were searching for new people or people previous connections before Social Power Pro. Bob, I didn't do a class on custom tagging, but in the custom tagging, I paused my. In the custom tagging area here, there is a help video. So hopefully that will, it's just basically the kind of run through that I just went through today. Tim, yes, right now it's done one by one. When you're on the connections, once you've selected those filters, you'll go through and tag them one by one. Eventually, we will have it what we're calling it bulk tagging. But right now, since this is a new rollout, we're going to just kind of take it a little bit slow and make sure everything's working as expected. I saw that a hand was raised. If you could just type your question in the chat, that would be much easier. Okay. So I'm going to keep on moving for now. So that's the custom tagging, and this has been out for a little bit. So again, there's the videos, and if there's any time that we need to just, if you have any questions, you know how to reach me. So once you've created your custom tag, and then you have selected those people and actually tagged them with that custom tag, now you're ready for the custom messaging. And that's over here, still under the custom tags tab. So you'll see all the ones that you've created, as you saw my writers just appeared, will be the custom tags here. You have the ability to send these messages via LinkedIn, Gmail, or article share. Article share is pretty new. We've rolled this out with a couple of our clients, but it's a way for you to automate anything that you post or articles that you share on LinkedIn. So let's go to my writers here, since that's one we're working on today. Once you highlight the custom tag you would like to work on, you'll see that all of the messages appear. You now have 15 options. 15 times you can message someone, which is greater than the 3 that is just with the targeted search. So we've expanded that for you. But before you ask, we have not provided any templates. This is where you will come into play in your organization, what you want to get out there. As always, I'm happy to review the text, but we won't be providing that for you. So once you're ready to get started here, you've clicked on your custom tag, and then you'll click on the message that you want to edit. Up here at the top, make sure that you're checking whether it's LinkedIn, Gmail, or article share. And each subject line is different. With LinkedIn, there's no subject line, so it's not available. Gmail, of course, because it's going via email, there'll be a subject line. And the article share is where you'll have to insert the URL. For the article share, there is another video separate of that I've gone through and explained and walked you through that process, and that's on the Help Videos tab. All of my videos are on the Help Videos tab, so you're welcome to reference those at any time. So for follow-up message 1, I'm going to stick with LinkedIn, and same rules applies in the targeted and general search. You have your variables, recipient's first name, it's a great way to start. You know, a good thing to do is to always thank them for being a part of your network. Very similar to what you're doing when you actually first connect with them in the first follow-up message. Oh, thanks for connecting. You know, thanks for being in my network. Then you can say, I just wanted to reach out, and so forth. And whether it is, you know, to talk about your services, to talk about a networking event or anything, this is just you reaching back out to them. Your first message does not have an interval. Social Power Pro will control that for you. And most importantly, you'll need to save each message. There's not a save all message. You need to save each one as you go, very similar to the general and group searches. So once you finish that, you can move on to message 2. They all look very similar, but here, as you can see, days after follow-up message 1, this is when you'll be able to control the interval, meaning how many days in between. We used to only go up to 10. Well, now we've also expanded that, and you can go up to 100 days in between your messages. Social Power Pro will keep up with this for you, so you'll just need to set the date, and then you can just keep running those services. So this is pretty straightforward here. I highly recommend that you go in order of your follow-up messages. If you don't have 15 messages to send, that is okay. That's quite a few messages to send. But make sure you're in order with 1 and 2. Don't skip around and create a message for 1 and create a message for 8. The software will allow you to do that, but just make sure that you're keeping up with everything. And once you've saved everything and you're good to go, you're going to go back to your custom tags, and over here to the right is your status. If you guys are familiar with the targeted searches, you turn those off and on, and you'll do the same here for the custom tag. So you'll just double click and click active. Now, one big catch here is that you can only have one custom message on at a time. The reason being, some of you have tens of thousands of connections. So say you made a custom tag and it had over 800 recipients. Well, that's a lot of messaging that's going out. So we've designed limits within the software that allow you to not get restricted on LinkedIn. You can still run targeted searches at the same time that you're running a custom message, but you can still only run one custom message. Once it's done and everything's ended, you can start a new one, or you can pause it at any time and kind of switch back and forth. But again, that's kind of just to help you with the limits, because this is a very powerful part of the program, and we just don't want anyone to get limited there on LinkedIn and Sales Navigator. So I'll kind of run through it very slowly again. Just your 3 steps. Create the custom tag. Then you will tag your connections, and as Tim said, yes, it's one by one over here in the Beta Connections tab. And then you will make your messages, make sure you're saving them, and then you'll activate the search. So pretty quick today. There's also videos. I've already have the videos up for you guys if today was just a little bit of an overload and you want to go back through it. Videos are up. I am always happy to receive anything. If I miss something in a video or if something's not clear, certainly let me know. But I'll go back to the chat and our questions here. So Tim asked, can we do any of this work while Social Power Pro is running? So the catch there is if you're running an article share, and you folks that are running it already know, and this is great, Tim, thanks for bringing it up, you can't work on your computer. So the thing with article share is that Firefox needs to be in focus. So you have to click it up at the top and create it into focus, and then you can't do anything else on your computer. If you're not running article share, as you guys know, Firefox can be up and open in the background and you can kind of be doing things in front of it. That's not the case anymore. So Tim, that would be a yes and a no. If you're running article share, then no. If you are not running article share, then yes, you can work in Social Power Pro while it's running, but none of the changes will take place until the next run. Okay, Tom asks 15 messages per tag or 15 messages shared by all tags per tag. So each custom, so you'll see up here a CPA replied. I have a different message here. And I think I even have one down here at 5. So 15 per custom tag that you've created. And you could have a very broad tag. This could be everyone that replied to you from June through October of last year. So 15 minutes per messages, excuse me, per tag. Yes, Jim, I am recording, so no worries. So that's kind of it. If you guys have any more questions, keep them coming. I can stay on for a little bit here with questions and things like that. I don't see any other hands raised. But not to overwhelm you, it works very similar to what we've been doing. It's just basically first level connections. So it is awesome, Bob, thank you. It's pretty cool that we're able to, there's no limits. And just keep in mind though that you have sent messages to the majority of these people in the past. So keep in mind what you've talked about before and make sure if they're on the stop communication or on the not interested that you're not sending them another message. That could also get you in trouble on LinkedIn for being spammed and things like that. They can write into LinkedIn and say, I've asked this person to stop communicating with me and contacting me, and they haven't stopped. So that's it. I hope you guys, this was a quick and informational. So Wesley asks, so if they're tagged not interested, will they not get the custom tag? So that's going to be entirely up to you. I'll go back here to the beta connections. So let's clear. So I cleared all my tags. So up here I have my over 4,000 connections. So say I wanted to look for a general connection that has been tagged, replied, and met with. So those are going to be the only people that come up. I'm going to not click stopped or not interested because I don't want to contact them. So anytime you want to clear a filter, you'll just kind of click on the bold text. We can go back to a targeted search. In the targeted search title, let's see what manufacturing gets us. And I can even filter to see, did they get targeted search message 1? So 31 people from my manufacturing targeted search that received targeted message number 1. That could be people that I want to tag. So I can clear all filters here with that button as well. Anyone with star ratings that I've added, we can search them. And then also with the custom tags. So I can see here, now I have tagged 3 people, those custom tags. So maybe you want to reach out to them again or reach out to them in a different way. So all of these filters up here at the top, you can even search by name or email, are there for you to play with. I hope that answered your question, Wesley. All right. Anybody have any other questions for me? I know this is not your usual hour long, so hopefully that's good. If not, thanks for joining me. I will stay on. You guys can sign off. If there's any other questions or specific questions, please reach out to me via email. Happy to set up calls and things as needed if there's certain things that aren't. Oh, sorry, Tom. So yes, you can get Social Power Pro to invite a specific person, of course. So if I wanted to search a name, see if there's any Toms out there. Well, there's all these, so Crawford. So I could just tag him, one of my custom tags. Maybe I just wanted to share the article with him. And he would get that. So even if I cleared filters, went to my article share tab, Crawford Tom is going to be the only one that gets that. So it can be very specific down to the single person. Or you can even search, say you have a handful of names that you know, maybe it's 5 gentlemen that you know, and you can't search for them via industry or connection type. You can certainly just search them by name and tag them that way. So this is not going to be for second levels. Second and third is going to be back to the targeted search. So you can, again, still use the targeted search, but that's going to be for second and thirds, like it here appears over here in the connectedness level. You're welcome, Tom. Just going to scroll up to make sure I haven't missed anything. Okay, awesome. Well, that seems to be it, guys. I don't have any other questions or chats coming in. So if you need anything, you know where to find me. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you.